Fact, coconut cream pie is one of the greatest things ever.
It most certainly is, and coconut cream pie starts with coconut flavored milk.
This is, like, Sarah made her own coconut flavored milk.
We did.
I have no idea how she did this, but.
We started about half an hour ago.
Yeah.
I used some half and half cream.
Right.
And to the half and half cream, I added some shredded coconut. And we just let it steep, essentially. And so the cream takes on that sort of coconut flavor.
Oh, okay.
And if you can, I don't know if you can smell it right now, but it smells super coconutty.
Very coconutty.
Good. It smells good. So what we want to do is we want to bring that coconut flavored milk up to a simmer. So you can see it's starting to steam now, and we've got some bubbles forming around the edges. In the meantime, what we're going to do is prepare our egg mixture, which we're going to temper again.
Yeah.
So we're using a couple eggs this time. We're going to whisk up those eggs. We're also going to add some sugar to our eggs.
And then can we thicken it up a little bit?
We will. And you know what we're going to thicken it up with? Going to add the cornstarch for me?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. There we go. So put the cornstarch in there. And this is going to give us a really nice, thick pudding consistency for our filling. So you can see it's nice and mixed up.
Nice.
And if you want it, well, actually, I can get this myself. Who am I kidding, right? So we've got our nice steamed milk, and we're going to add that to our eggs slowly and steadily.
So what
remember?
you want to do in tempering is add it slowly so that you bring the eggs to the same temperature as the dairy, and so they don't turn into like scrambled eggs.
You got it.
I learned that from a woman right beside me.
A+ for ACE.
All right, so we've got that, and then do you want to throw it back in there?
You got it. You're
right.
catching on quick. So we're gonna put it back into our coconut flavored milk.
I think baking is underrated as an activity.
You know what it
this
is?
is genuinely fun and interesting to me.
And a lot of people think it's really difficult, and it's really not. I mean, it's super easy. Tempering is just a really maybe scary name for a really easy thing to do. So we're gonna let that simmer off a little bit more. What's gonna happen is this is gonna get really thick from that cornstarch, right? So once it gets really thick, so a little bit thicker than what it is right now, we're gonna add some flavoring. So I've chosen to add a little bit of extra coconut extract.
Hang on though.
Okay.
How come you didn't put them in the before?
That's a good question. We didn't put them in the other mixture because when you put extract in, extract is alcohol based and it will evaporate. So this way we're maintaining the flavor a little better. Some vanilla as well.
Yes.
Put that in there. And this is gonna thicken up really nice. It's gonna take a little bit of time, so I've made one in advance.
Okay.
Okay, so
that's this thing?
That's this thing over here. So what we did is we've poured it into a bowl.
Yep.
And we've put saran wrap over top.
How come?
The reason for the saran wrap is if you put it right against the pudding, it prevents it from making a skin.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't make that like hard skinny layer on top. So we're gonna peel off the saran wrap because now it's chilled and it's nice and cold and it's ready to add to our baked pie.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna mix it up a little bit because it's gonna be really thick. See that? Yeah, so I always sort of loosen it up a bit.
I'd like to point out that you're doing 100% of the work here.
It's okay, I'm gonna make you work right now.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna put that into our baked pie crust.
This is how you make a pie, everyone. You put stuff in it.
And if you wanted to make your own pie crust, you most certainly could.
Don't be afraid of that either.
No, no.
Right?
I've cheated because I didn't have a whole lot of time, and you put it all in there. I put it all in. If you put it all in the middle and then you spread it out, I find that's the easiest.
Look at that.
So yeah.
See?
Put it all in. And because it's the bottom layer, you don't have to be super fancy, right? And the reason why you want to put it in cold is if you put it in warm, you would your crust could get really soggy from the heat, right? So that's awesome.
Great.
Looks good. And then I'm going to help you out with our pre-whipped whipped cream.
Sure.
I like to be really generous with the whipped cream because, I mean, that's the best part, right? So I put that on top. And you can see it's not fancy, but we are going to spread it out.
Thing of beauty is what it is.
Okay. So
a good show.
Start in the middle, spread out to the sides.
Sure.
There
and
we
then
go.
these look fancy because they look like coconut, but they're all like hard and crumbly.
They are, and you know what? That is just toasted coconut.
Oh.
And toasted coconut you put in the oven for a few minutes and watch it very, very carefully.
Dino thought you toasted coconut in a toaster. He did, and he wasn't trying to be funny. He's like,
maybe in a toaster oven.
He's like, how do you fit those in a toaster? He wasn't even kidding.
Okay, well, don't do it in a toaster.
I'm sorry.
Do it in your oven, and a very short period of time because it will burn quickly. So, one for the pie, yeah. And a generous sprinkling on your pie. They are good, hey. And once you've garnished your pie, put it back in the refrigerator a little bit longer so that it solidifies and you've got some nice sort of thick layers.
This is great.
And you serve it cold.
The theme of the show is nuts about dairy. Dairy Farmers of Manitoba. Sarah, you're doing a fantastic job.
Well, you're doing fantastic help.
Here's the thing, foodmanitoba.ca for these recipes. And so far we've done the hazelnut truffle tarts with chocolate in there. Coconut cream pie, one of the greatest things ever. When we return, say it.
Chocolate peanut butter silk tarts.
That's chocolate peanut butter silk tarts. Are you kidding me? We'll be right back. I'm gonna eat this entire piece of pie during the break, because I can.